What's up? Welcome to our channel. I'm Delta Long. I'm a real estate agent with Sutton West Coast. I serve the Greater Vancouver and the Fraser Valley region. This is my colleague, Cheryl Vincenzi.
Hi, everyone. I'm a mortgage broker with Blanca Lending, an umbrella company underneath Dominion Lending.
Are you considering moving to the Greater Vancouver area? Today, we're going to talk to you about Burnaby. Burnaby is part of the Metro Vancouver and is immediately to the east of Vancouver. It also borders Vancouver, it does border Vancouver, Coquitlam, and New Westminster. It's among one of the largest cities in BC. It has well over 250,000 people.
I'm going to tell you a really cool feature about living in Burnaby. That's where I currently am. I actually get to see the Burnaby transit system operate on a regular basis, as I'm not too far from the Lougheed Mall. With the transit system, it actually has 3 different lines. They're called the Expo line, the Millennium line, and the Evergreen line that was introduced a couple of years ago that connects you over into the Coquitlam side. And eventually we'll be branching out into the further parts of other extended areas like Langley and Port Coquitlam. That's their theory and thought behind the transit system. Burnaby School District is School District 41. It has 41 elementary schools and 8 secondary schools from K to 12. And by experience, I would say that the school district for me, with that I've lived in different locations, Burnaby School District is a great school district. And my son actually goes to Burnaby Mountain Secondary, and it's by far one of the coolest secondary schools I've ever encountered. It has a college vibe. Not too far off of the number 1 is BCIT. BCIT is the British Columbia Institution of Technology and offers a multitude of different levels of education, whether it is in trades or you're looking for more into the technical aspect of it. BCIT is highly recommended. My son actually is considering it, and he is super into computers, so definitely this campus for him. Also, SFU, located up Burnaby Mountain, amazing views at the top of the mountain. And I actually would say if you are a hiker or mountain biker, all the trails that are located around SFU are phenomenal. I really, truly recommend those hikes and trails for you.
Its own city, and it has all levels of shopping. You have Costco, you have Walmart, Superstore, you have Metrotown. Metrotown is one of the largest malls in British Columbia. In fact, it's the second largest in Canada. It has over 400 stores, and from personal experience and knowledge, you should probably mark down where you parked your car, because not to throw anybody under the bus, but the mall is so big that when you park your car, if you don't know where you parked it, you're likely going to lose it. Cheryl and I actually were dropped off at the mall, and we got a call probably, I don't know, it felt like a long time, right, Cheryl? Like it felt at least 30 minutes to an hour. Like we had gotten
easily.
A good shop in.
we shopped multiple stores.
Yeah, we had bags. So anyways, we get a call that a certain somebody couldn't find the car in the parkade. And this person had been looking. He did not mark down where he parked the car. So we had to remind this person where to find the car.
At least give him a guide to a location, at least the level. With the multiple levels of parking, it's so easy to get lost there.
Or we maybe highly recommend that you get one of those apps that you're able to find your car, locate your car.
Yes.
Because the mall is large. It's not your typical, city center kind of mall. It's a big one. Like we said, it's the largest in Canada, or one of the largest in Canada. So the Greater Vancouver region has probably over 100 different kinds of walking trails you can take, from beginners to hard. Burnaby does have 2 of the ones that Cheryl and I actually have done quite a bit. One being Deer Lake and the other being Burnaby Lake. Now, Deer Lake is relatively easy. It's beginners, definitely. It'd probably take you about an hour, would you say, Cheryl?
Yeah,
Um,
roughly, absolutely. And it is, yeah, the view is amazing, and it's part of the Pavilion Row Club also.
right. And another thing about Deer Lake is there's a set of stairs. Remember that, Cheryl? We didn't actually
The
really realize that it was there.
It
So we
was,
took the
let's
set
do
of
stairs.
yeah, let's try those. So we did them. Well, that was a mistake. Well, it wasn't necessarily a mistake, but it was hard, right?
I believe there's about 13 flights of stairs going to the top, and it is definitely worth it at the end. Challenge.
Yeah, it definitely was a challenge. A bigger challenge would be Burnaby Lake. Burnaby Lake is what, 13 kilometers?
Yes, I believe so. About 3 hours in distance and time. It's
Yeah. So you definitely want to make sure you have good shoes on before you do that one. It's exhausting. Um, it also, Burnaby has tons of outdoor parks, skate parks, tennis. What else does it have? Show pickleball.
Yeah, pickleball is actually part of the tennis. If you're actually interested, I've never played before, but it is part of the tennis, and it's included with all the courts that you can go to. Most of the courts, I believe, in Burnaby do offer pickleball. If you know about pickleball, shoot us a link, because I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, I kind of like to know what pickleball is all about. There's golf courses. Like Cheryl said, there's the rowing pavilion. There's tons of sport rec centers. And um, what's that hockey arena that's over there? Eight rinks. Eight rinks.
Yes, actually just not too far off the highway. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's the soccer fields. There's
Many
tons
soccer
of
fields.
so much
Yeah.
outdoor activities in Burnaby.
And not too far off the number one. Like I said, Burnaby actually links into the number one easily for convenience for all of you out there.
Yeah, so anybody that's new to the Greater Vancouver area probably doesn't really know a lot about the number one. So the number one is actually the major highway that connects Vancouver, well, BC. It runs throughout all of BC. So the Fraser Highway, sorry, the number one connects Vancouver, Surrey, Langley, goes all the way out to Abbotsford, past Abbotsford, Chilliwack, Hope. It goes into the interior of BC. So when we say the number one, basically we're talking it connects all of our cities.
Yeah.
Burnaby has an extensive cycling network throughout the city, including urban trails, bikeways, and city roads, which cater to a variety of cycling abilities. There are two major cycling routes running through the city. The Central Valley Greenway is a 24-kilometer long route for cycling, jogging, walking, wheelchair, skateboarding,
Pretty
hiking,
much
blading, whatever.
everything.
Yeah, pretty much everything. The BC Parkway is another one, which is about 26 kilometers long. It parallels the Expo SkyTrain line from Surrey to New Westminster, South Burnaby, Vancouver, and can be used for both walking and wheeling.
And that's the way to connect to all the other cities out there.
Yeah, so cycling's your thing. You can definitely ride your bike throughout the majority of the cities in the Lower Mainland.
Yep. Burnaby is a home to multiple museums hiding a diverse history and culture of the city. Just to name a few, is Nikkei National Museum, the Culture and Center, the Museum of Archaeology and Anthropology, multiple cultural facilities located around Deer Lake Park, as Delta and I had discussed before, including the Burnaby Art Gallery, the Shadbolt Center of Arts, which has a really old historic merry-go-round actually inside, and during the winter months sometimes your actual company can rent that out. I recommend it. It's nice and enjoyable. It's great to hear the old music jukebox that they play with it. Also, Burnaby Village Museum and the Michael J. Fox. And Michael J. Fox, if nobody knows out there, he's an actor. He actually has a theater here, and it's located at the Burnaby South Secondary School.
So Burnaby has all levels of restaurants. I mean, you have all your fast food restaurants, and then you have up to high-end restaurants. The top reviewed restaurants on Yelp are Dolar. Is it Dolar, Cheryl? Dolar.
You know what? I'm gonna say that it might be. Correct us
The
if we're wrong.
Dolar Shop. Yeah. The Greenleaf Cafe and the Olive Greek Kitchen. Of course, there's Brown Social House. There's Cactus Club. You name it, Burnaby has it. Burnaby's its own city, essentially. You don't really need to necessarily go into Vancouver. You don't need to go into Surrey. You don't need to go into New West. Burnaby is its own city.
It is. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. It has everything you need. So next we're going to talk a little bit about the housing market in Burnaby. Burnaby is divided into three major sections, being Burnaby South, Burnaby North, and Burnaby East. I don't know where Burnaby West went. I'm not sure where that went. Burnaby South has 16 subdivisions. For example, there's Burnaby Lake, Deer Lake, and Central Park. The average market value for a detached home in Burnaby South is $1.5 million. A townhouse in Burnaby would be about $796,000, and a condo would be about $655,000. Cheryl's going to let you know what a mortgage would look like on a detached home.
Actually, on the Burnaby South, I'm going to give you an idea what a townhome would look like.
Okay.
The price list that Delta's actually stated was a $796,000. So on a $796,000 townhome, you're looking, this is with an average on a 20% down payment. Your mortgage itself alone will be $637,000. Your total monthly cost would about be $3,080, give or take. And this is within a rate at a 1.74. Now, keep in mind, rates always do change, and that rates actually do. I'm not going to quote you on a rate until we actually discuss more, because rates actually do come into play in regards to your credit score. A lot of people are not aware what their credit score is also, and I do highly recommend that you do go on to Credit Karma. It's completely free. You can discover where your credit is, and if you need to work at fixing it a little bit better, then we will definitely discuss further on after that. But you need to know where it is so that we can kind of work on the rates for you. This is including the property tax. This is an idea between it, and the property tax around there in that area is about $2,500 a year. So we can build that into your mortgage also.
So a home in Burnaby North. Now, Burnaby North has also been divided into about 16 subdivisions. For example, there's Brentwood Park, Simon Fraser Hills, and Wellington Heights. The average market value in Burnaby North is $1.5 million, $1,536,000. You're looking at probably anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 less, but living in Burnaby North as opposed to living in Burnaby South. Townhomes in Burnaby North are on average about $750,000, and condos are about $617,000. So again, you're looking, by going from south to north, you're looking at saving probably like I said, $50,000 to $100,000 depending on what you're buying. Cheryl will give you an idea of what a mortgage could look like in Burnaby North.
As Delta mentioned, I'm actually going to give you a price on a detached home this time. In comparison, I'm going to give you a detached price of $1.536 million, like Delta had mentioned. With homes over $1 million, you definitely have to have over 20%. And with that, that would be a 1.2, 1.3 million, depending on how much. And you can always put down more at the down payment. And the monthly cost with a 1.230 mortgage would be about $5,700 a month. And once again, like I mentioned, the rate that I stated here is a 1.74. Now, this is all into consideration. It's called the gross debt service ratio. And that actually entails on how much you make annually as income combined, and then there's a percentage that we actually take, because we would never put you into a position where you couldn't afford your mortgage. That's something that we can definitely discuss and be able to go through with that with you.
So Burnaby East is actually divided up into 4 subdivisions. There's Burnaby East, East Burnaby, Edmonds, and the Crest. The average market value for a detached home in Burnaby East is $1.3 million. Townhomes go for an average of $690,000, and condos are about $740,000. You'll notice that the condo prices in Burnaby East are actually a little bit higher than the Burnaby North and Burnaby South, and that's because they're high rises. So typically, the higher you get, the higher the value. Cheryl's going to let you know what a mortgage on a condo would be in Burnaby East.
That's right. Thank you, Delta. So the price on a condo, like Delta had mentioned, is $741,800 is what we have as a listing right now. The idea behind a 20% down payment, and you definitely can go lower than 20%. You're not obligated when it's under $1 million. Is $593,000 as a mortgage. Your monthly cost is $2,886. And as said before, same rates, 1.74. And I'd like to let you know too, on all of these, I did it on a 25-year amortization. And for most of you that are not aware what the total monthly costs are when I state that, it actually is associated to all the ongoing home ownership costs, including your mortgage payment, the property taxes. We've actually can include those together. If you choose not, you can separate it from it. And your utilities and fees. Utilities would be your condo fees. You can have that included also. And that is part of also when you do your gross service debt ratio, that's included also in the value determining how much you can afford.
So a fun fact is actually the Greater Vancouver is called Hollywood North. So we have tons of movies that are being filmed within the Lower Mainland. Burnaby is one of the major filming areas. Burnaby has had Supernatural, Smallville, Riverdale, and John Tucker Must Die. Actually, Cheryl can tell you that there's a filming happening right close to her right now. Do you know which one it is?
I actually don't know what it is, but I can tell you at the nighttime, you can see the bright light sky. So if anybody knows where it is, please shoot us a link down below, comment, let us know, because I'm actually quite curious. And if you know what it is, share with us, please.
Yeah. And the fun thing is both my kids have actually been extras in, my daughter's been in 3 and my son's been in 2. So, I mean, if you're interested in the film industry at all, definitely come to the Lower Mainland. You don't have to be a super actor, like just be an extra and you get paid. It's really super exciting. And the kids
love
just
it.
love it. Yeah, they just love it. So as this concludes our video, we want to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell if you want to hear other videos. Please comment below, I'm sure there's tons of stuff that we've forgotten, or you know more than us, or you have questions regarding real estate or mortgage.
Absolutely. Everything counts and your experiences matter to us. And the only way that we can make the communities grow and for people to be more aware of what's around them is by more people sharing their experiences.
Yeah, so we'll also leave our contact information below. So feel free to email us, text us, call us. We're here to answer any questions.
Absolutely.
And that's it.
Bye. Thank you for
Bye.
watching.